What if the next iPhone looked less like a phone and more like a futuristic glass card? So thin you'd wonder how a battery, a chip, and even a camera could possibly fit inside. That's the reality Apple is chasing with the iPhone 17 Air. And the leaks are making one thing clear. This isn't just another iPhone, it's Apple's riskiest experiment in years. Welcome back, viewers. James here. If you love diving into the juiciest tech leaks, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and share it with a friend who'd freak out over the iPhone 17 Air. Now, let's get into it. The iPhone 17 Air is rumored to measure just 5.5 millimeters thick. That's insanely thin, thinner than most earbuds cases, thinner than your average pencil. On the surface, it sounds like the kind of design move only Apple could pull off. But the closer you look, the more you realize there's a catch hiding behind that sleek body. Inside this feather-thin shell is supposed to be Apple's newest A19 Pro chip, the same powerhouse expected in the Pro models. But here's the twist. Leaks say the Air's version will be cut down to just a 5-core GPU instead of 6. Now, for day-to-day stuff like scrolling TikTok, texting, or watching Netflix, you'll never notice. But if you're into heavy gaming or for 1000 video editing, that one missing core could be the difference between buttery smooth and just okay performance, and that's only the beginning. A thinner phone doesn't leave much room for cooling. Less space means less airflow, which means heat builds up fast. Translation? Even if the chip starts out just as fast as the Pro models, the Air might throttle down quicker during long gaming or editing sessions. Imagine buying the thinnest iPhone ever, only to watch it slow down after a few minutes of real heavy use. Then there's the battery. A slim design looks gorgeous in your hand, but it also shrinks the room for battery cells. Yes, the A19 chip is efficient, but let's be real, physics always wins. Early leaks suggest you'll get those exciting bursts of performance, but not for as long as you'd expect. Power users might find themselves reaching for the charger sooner than they'd like. Cameras are another area where Apple seems ready to compromise. While the Pro models are expected to keep their triple lens setups, wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto, the iPhone 17 Air might slim down to just one rear camera. That means no fancy zoom tricks, no ultra-wide landscapes, just a single lens. For people who love iPhone photography, that's going to feel like a serious step back, and the compromises don't stop there. Rumors point to a display without Apple's promotion high refresh rates. Translation? Scrolling and animations might look less smooth than on the Pro models. Add to that possible slower 5G speeds and even a single speaker instead of stereo sound, and suddenly the sleek Air starts looking more like a design statement than a performance beast. But here's where it gets interesting. While these trade-offs sound like deal breakers for power users, not everyone wants the bulkiest, maxed-out iPhone. Some people genuinely value portability, style, and lightness above everything else, and Apple knows this. The iPhone 17 Air could become the perfect phone for those who want something that feels impossibly thin, featherlight, and different from anything else in their pocket. Still, when you stack it against rivals, the sacrifices stand out. Take Samsung's Galaxy S5 Edge. It's also incredibly thin, but still manages to pack a dual camera system, a high refresh rate display, and a Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. Surveys even show that most users would pick a bigger battery over a slimmer design every time. People want their phones to last the day, even if that means carrying around a slightly thicker slab. That's why analysts think the iPhone 17 Air won't be Apple's bestseller. Instead, it'll be a niche model, one that turns heads for its design, but doesn't necessarily replace the Pro models in raw popularity. For Apple, that might be okay. Sometimes it's not about selling the most units. Sometimes it's about setting a design trend, sparking conversation, and reminding people that no one takes risks in design quite like Apple does. And that's what makes the iPhone 17 Air so fascinating. It could become a design icon, the kind of phone people remember years later as the bold, ultra-thin experiment. Or it could be remembered as the model that proved thinner isn't always better. Either way, one thing's certain: when this phone drops, it's going to get people talking.